Welcome back. Today I will show you how to finish up your metal repousse relief and then how to add an antiquing look with some acrylic paint. As you can see here, I have one section of my relief where I pressed out from the back and then I pressed in from the front. So I have parts that are coming out and parts that are going in this section right here. As you can see in this part, this is still just the pencil lines that I pushed through with the pen. And so you don't see as much of the dimension for the relief. The goal is to have every area where you either push in or push out from the back. And that's what will really show the dimension. And when we add the antiquing look, that will really make it pop. One thing that might be helpful with having bigger sections that you need to push in or out is using the tip or the end of a smooth tool like a Sharpie. If I rub this, it smooths out bigger areas without creating smaller dents in the section. But I also like the areas where you can add more texture. If you're pushing in areas, you can add texture just by how you move the tool. If you rub off the copper, that's okay because the antiquing look will help with that. The next step, once you have everything to this degree of your relief and you moved past this stage, you're ready to add the antiquing. When you're ready to antique, you can take some black paint or brown paint. I mix some black and brown together to make, it's acrylic, to make a dark brown. I'm going to put a little bit of that in one of the palettes. It's pretty much black and that's okay. If you want it to be more brown, you can mix more of a brown. You just need a tiny bit. And you'll need your painting paper. And a brush. I'm going to dip my brush in the paint and just brush over the whole piece of copper. As you can see, I covered the whole piece with the black. And the goal really is to get the black paint into the recessed areas or the parts that are pushed back on your repousse relief. The next step then is to gently take a paper towel or a cloth and burnish off the raised areas, the parts that come up, so that we see the copper on those areas and the recessed areas look darker. Work very gently and just move in a circular motion. You can see that on the parts that I did more of the relief and I carved deeper or pushed deeper and then I flipped it over and pushed out. You can see that a lot better because you have the paint that stays in the recessed areas and the part that is raised up. It's up to you how much antiquing effect you want to add. And keep in mind that it will stay in the parts that you carve in. So here, it's a lot easier to wipe off everything, which we don't really want to do, but you can see it stays in the parts that you carve away, so your design is a little bit more noticeable.